Okay, so if you're interested in doing the gridding method for the shading project, I'm going to show you a quick trick for how you can grid your pictures without printing them out. So the first thing I've done is I have opened up a Paint app. So if you have Microsoft Paint on your Chromebook, you can use that app or any other kind of drawing app that you can open up images in. And I've gone ahead and I have opened up my images that I want to use for this project. And what I'm going to do now is go over to this toolbar and pick up the line object. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split this whole image in half and start to create my grid. I know this isn't a very precise or perfect method, but it's going to work well enough for what we're doing. So what you'll want to do is draw that line across, and then when you're happy with how straight it is, generally you'll know it's straight when the whole line is completely not glitchy. Like when I'm moving it, you can see it kind of breaking up in places. So once it's perfectly straight, I will place the line there. And I'm going to go in and start to add in a couple more lines. So depending on how many lines you want to break up your picture, you just need to remember when you do your second picture. So I could do just another half or like break it into quarters, or I could even do like thirds here. I'm just going to do quarters for now because that's going to be the easiest. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to break my picture in half this way. I'm going to roughly guess that this is about the halfway point. And it's much taller, so I'm going to break this one into thirds, or each half of this into thirds. And the nice thing is if you place your line and it doesn't look exactly perfect to you, you can always go back and do the edit button and like undo what you just did. Oh no. So now that I have both my images gridded, I have gone in and I've selected which images in my portrait picture that I do not want to erase out, and I want to have my sunflower shine through. So all these squares that I've gone in and I've marked with black, those are the squares that are going to be showing the sunflowers. So what I'm going to do now is do the same process, but do the opposite squares in the sunflower portion. So if I go in, I can look, you can count how many squares over you need to go. So like, for example, if I want to make sure that this square shows in this one, I'm going to go onto my sunflowers and I'm going to know that this first one here is going to be blacked out. This one's going to be kept, and then this one's going to be blacked out. So I'm going to go in and just mark in a big X. So you can either do X's or you can use a bigger brush and just like gently mark it out. So it's not perfect, but at least you get the idea that you're not drawing what is in this square. I know the one below it is also not going to be used, as well as this one here, because I want to make sure that I get most of Van Gogh's face drawn. I'll make sure all these blocks where his face is are showing, and then not showing on the sunflower version. And once you're happy with all of your grid planning, then you can go ahead and create a grid on your piece of paper and then follow along with what's in each of your grids on each appropriate picture. I hope this helped to simplify and help you plan out for your grid shading project.